Pay attention, because the players you'll see on this football field will next be starring in U Sports, the NCAA, and maybe, hopefully, the CFL.
Welcome to the CFC Prospect Game Roundup, featuring interviews with the top prospects who had a chance to play on TSN in front of a national audience. We're here today with CFC100 lineman Chris Weber out of St. James School in Maryland. How's it going today, Chris?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So just before we dive into the prospect game, I wanted to quickly ask about how your transition has been down in Maryland so far this season.
Transition has been pretty smooth. The coaches and the teachers have really helped make it a pretty smooth transition.
And are you still with some of your Canadian teammates down there who you're playing on the offensive line with?
I am. I'm playing with Sahel Euler.
Right on. It easy helped you with the transition as well, just kind of having a familiar face who's kind of familiar with the Canadian landscape.
Yeah, it is. It helps a lot.
Sure. Now, just rewinding back to June when we were both in Ottawa for the CFC Prospect Game. What were some of your favorite memories from the CFC Prospect Game that you can kind of think of now that you've had a couple months to kind of chew on it?
Probably just the practices were one of my favorite. Just going out, playing with some of my buddies.
And was there anything maybe specific that you learned from one of the coaches or one of your buddies that you're playing with during the process that you've kind of taken away, maybe some life advice or something on the field?
Probably if you're going to make a mistake, make it at 100%.
Right on. And was there, you're working with CFL legend head coaches Henry Burris and Matt Dunnigan, and you also got a chance to see the newly modeled Grey Cup. Was there anything that you might have learned from them as well that you've taken with you down to Maryland?
It was make the most of what you got.
And what was the experience like kind of talking, or at least just listening to Henry Burris and Matt Dunnigan kind of talk about their CFL career, maybe give you some motivation for the future?
It was really inspiring.
And after having a chance to watch the broadcast, what was the best thing about playing on TSN, and how'd your family react?
Family was going crazy. They loved it. My reaction was it was surreal.
Right on. And if one of your friends had a chance to participate in one of our events like the Fox 40 Prospect Challenge or the CFC Prospect Game, what would you tell them about the experience overall?
I would tell them it's an amazing experience. You get a lot of exposure.
All right, perfect. So thank you for joining us today, Chris, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so head over to CanadaFootballChat.com to listen to the rest of our CFC Prospect Game podcast and catch up with the latest recruiting news, rankings, and analysis.